All right, here we go. This is the last and final step. What we're going to do is we're going to take the map that we image traced and we're going to mask it to our flag. So the first step we need to do is scale the map so it fits inside of the flag. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And we want to, when we scale, we can just grab a corner and scale it down, but we don't have control over constraining the edges to make it exactly the same size, just smaller, or the same proportions, just smaller. So I'm going to Control Z a little bit. What I want you to get in the habit of is we are going to constrain the edges, the image, by when we're clicking and dragging, you're going to hold Shift and then click and drag, and you can see that even if I move my mouse in a different position, it stays constrained, so it doesn't affect all the proportions. You can see that when I do that, it anchors the opposite corner. So that becomes an anchor point where it's using that point to shrink to. If I hold Shift and Alt, it uses the center point of that design. So Shift and Alt or Shift. Get in the habit of doing that with whatever you're using. Then I'm going to fit it inside of the flag to make sure that no edges are poking out. All right. Now we're going to apply the layer mask. So if I select both of those images, you can see over here, Make Clipping Mask shows its face. Sometimes you'll even see it over here in your contextual taskbar, but most of the time you'll see it over here. If you don't see it, it's not the end of the world. We can still go find it. It actually lives under Object, scrolling down to Clipping Mask and Make. And the issue that I ran into just a little bit ago is if you have multiple pieces, so if I zoom in really tight, you can see that we have this little white piece here in the middle that is its own island. And if you have any pieces that are like that, it's a compound path. So if this doesn't work for you, try this. Go to Object, go to Compound Path, Make, which is Control or Command 8. Then select all of the images and then go Control or Command 7, or go over to this Make Clipping Mask. And there you go. This is not forever. Like, I can just make a copy of it, and if I say, oh, I wanted to maneuver around this thing, so if I double click, I can get inside of the layer mask. So it's still masked, but I can grab that flag and then move that around even a little bit more if I wanted to. If I wanted to release the mask, I can go up to Object, go back down to Clipping Mask and Release, and then it releases it. The only issue is that it turns whatever color we made into clear. So there's no fill, no stroke. So you'd have to just make that a color again. But that's it. Have fun with that.